is this another movie night? And if so, where's Nico?
It's not an official movie night. It's more of my way of saying thank you for being a friend. I didn't have many growing up. Wasn't exactly the popular kid, if you know what I mean.
Well, if it matters to you, you are popular with me.
It does matter to me. I know what it's like to be hated, so I'm especially appreciative of the ones who don't. In Transia, it was just me and my brother Pietro for a long while. We wandered from village to village, begging, doing odd jobs, scrounging by any way we could.
That sounds impossibly hard.
We survived. It's why we had to that was the hardest part.
Oh?
When I was a child, Transia was very poor. Our parents could find no work. One day, my father stole bread to feed us. A mob chased him into our neighborhood. I was terrified for him. I told them to stop, and half of them turned to stone. I didn't mean to. I didn't understand my powers or how to use them, but I got scared, and people died. But the worst of it, Father pointed at me and cried out, "Witch." And then he was part of the mob, and they were after me. Pietro grabbed me and ran, faster than any person can run. We realized we could never go back. We were different, and had to look out for ourselves.
I am so sorry. That must have been terrifying.
I thought I was going to be hanged or burned alive for the longest time. And for a while, I thought I deserved it.
Oh, Wanda.
I felt like my life was cursed with misfortune, heartache, and pain ever since. It wasn't until recently that I began to feel that curse lift.
What changed?
You. I met you, and you saved me. So, thank you for being a friend. Didn't know how much I needed one like you.
I've squared off against Hulk a lot of times over the years. Did I ever tell you about the time Hulk tore me in half?
This sounds like a story I cannot pass up.
I was in the path of a Category 5 Hulk smash storm. Big Green pulled me apart like it was wing night at his favorite pub, and I was the chicken.
Well, that sounds absolutely horrible.
Then Hulk threw my legs 4 miles away from the rest of me.
What?
Up a snow-covered mountain. Had to claw my way to him.
How did you survive?
That lovely, forceful bisection put my healing factor to the test. Had to find my legs by their scent. My scent, if you catch my drift.
As long as Lilith controls the Hulk, we are at a disadvantage.
Yep, and we're sorely lacking in the Hulk killer department.
The Hulk's rampage must be stopped.
My advice? Leave the Hulk busting to the better reinforced. Besides, I reckon the Midnight Suns need you for a different fight. Well, no matter what, we are sorely lacking in the Hulk killer department. Anytime someone wants my opinion, it means we're really screwed.
Remind me not to brainstorm with you anymore.
Makes sense. I'm more of a claws out kind of guy. Anyway, glad you enjoyed our little Hulk survivors group. We'll meet again if we survive him next time.
After seeing Banner's soul twisted under Lilith's control, I see why Bruce used to doubt himself so much. He mistrusts the green brute because deep inside, Banner doesn't trust himself. Another thing he and I have in common.
There is still hope for Banner.
Yes, there is always hope. But do you think it's possible I'll ever see Bruce Banner in the same way ever again?
You know that was not Banner, right? Same as it was not you, Wanda Maximoff, who devastated the Sanctum Sanctorum?
Point taken, Hunter. I owe Bruce the same kindness I've been shown here at the Abbey. I do believe I can forgive him. Forgetting, however.
You are not alone, Wanda. When the time comes, we will face your demons, our demons, together.
Thank you, Hunter. That gives me some strength.
Oh, you are gonna love this. What have you got for me, boss? Big Tony's Forge of Mystery, never close. Sometimes, I even impress myself. I'm here if you need me.
Awesome. Thanks, Hunter. I like where this is going. I'm here if you need me. What's up?
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
It's as good as done.
Get to the trucks and grab those artifacts before they roll out.
With pleasure. Here it comes.
Love the effort.
Let's do this. These fanatics are always the same. Got an artifact. I'm on it.
Can't take too much of that. I know that wasn't your signature move. Good insurance.
Defiler. That's not supposed to hurt.
No time for a full damage report.
Shadows. Support units on the move.
You don't see me running.
That'll work. They won't know what hit them.
I've got movement there.
Looks like you could use this.
I needed that.
Shouldn't have pissed me off.
Don't sleep on Tony out here.
Sure, why not?
Destroy.
Where do they keep finding these guys?
Tracking.
Another truck is about to leave. You know what to do.
No more waiting around.
There's a first time for everything.
Got an artifact.
The artifacts are secure, but why don't you teach Hydra a lesson while you're there?
Movement here.
You need this more than I do.
That should help.
I'll give it a whirl. Ask about some new powers. Almost seems too easy.
Fair enough. I don't do this for just anyone.
So when do the rest of us get power armor?
I'd say that was a very successful outing. Good work.
What if she's not ready? We ask for too much of her sometimes.
I don't want to make her do anything she's not ready for either. But we all know she's the only one who can face him.
Is there anyone else here who has the power to do it? Nico, you're a badass blood witch. What about you?
I might not be packing as much firepower in the magic department as we're gonna need. Hate to say it, but she is more powerful than me. Like, way more powerful. Plus, she knows what we're dealing with firsthand. It's gotta be her.
What if she doesn't want to? We shouldn't make her.
Then one of us needs to convince her.
I'll speak to her. When the time is right,
If you think she's up to it.
we will see.
So is it settled? Meeting over?
Yes, Robbie, you're excused. You can go back to playing video games.
Rad. Because I'm about this close to finally leveling up.
Bet you cannot do it before Chthon eats your controller.
Oh, you know what, Magic? You're on.
Always on the hunt, right?
Hunter.
Well, crap.
It's good to have you around, Hunter. You don't treat me like some of the others.
How so?
America didn't exist in your time. With you, I get to be Steve from Brooklyn. Just a guy with a shield.
We are all in this fight together. Why would we not treat each other as equals?
And I appreciate it. I hope you know that. You have your own legend to deal with. That expectation must give you some trouble.
It can be hard to live up to what everyone thinks I am.
Then don't. Live up to your ideals. Everything else will fall into place. Like it or not, your words and actions carry a lot of weight. Don't lose sight of that.
Thanks. I will keep that in mind.
Sorry. Didn't mean to lecture. Let's get back to it. That's a decent way to spend time.
I doubt a blood sacrifice is what they had in mind. It seems my offering was accepted.
Salutations.
I could not have predicted this outcome, but it is intriguing.
So, how's the whole saving the world thing going? Sometimes, I even impress myself.
Something to keep us occupied? It's really not too bad, considering where it came from. Simple.
Don't forget to write.
No pain, no gain.
Hydra won't want to tussle with me now.
We need any advantage we can get. All right then.
Come back tomorrow, Hunter. Until next time.
Status report on the evac.
Hulk tore out the bridges. Roads are gone. No evac happening.
We'll get you additional air support. We can fly people out.
That's a negative. Our orders have changed. We're taking a more aggressive stance to secure the country.
Secure? You mean you're taking on the Hulk?
Roger that. Our squad is moving into position now.
No, I told Fury not to launch an assault on Hulk. They're gonna get slaughtered. Listen, Agent, whatever, this is Tony Stark. You have to call off your assault immediately.
The dark forces within Banner are only growing stronger with time. Those men are doomed.
We're now in attack position. We just don't have a visual on the target. Laying down a perimeter.
I'm telling you, get out of there!
Wait, there's movement above. It's Hulk! Oh God, no!
No one's safe in Transia.
I hate it when people don't listen to me. I hate it even more when people don't listen to me, and good people die because of it.
I assume you are speaking of Nick Fury.
I warned him, Hunter, multiple times. This isn't the Hulk they're used to. This is something more dangerous. Did he listen? No. Did he think he knew better than me? Of course he did.
Do you know how you are going to handle the Hulk?
Sure, we figure out a way to avoid getting smashed into paste long enough for you to save him like you did with Wanda. If that fails, we shoot him off into outer space. But I think everyone's done listening to me right now.
You still have good ideas. They just have not worked out well recently.
Thanks. They say you're only as good as the last time you saved the world. If that's the case, then I've still got a lot to prove. Maybe I should call Reed and see if he's got any bright ideas. Or Xavier. Or even Namor. It has been too long.
The Hulk is more deadly than he has ever been. Do not forget that.
Believe me, I know. But I can't give up. Because more than anything, I just want my friend back.
Man, Earth's so bad right now, not even Galactus would eat us.
Or maybe we lure Galactus here so Earth might give him a fatal case of cosmic food poisoning.
So this is how it ends. My sister consumes all Transia with demonic energy on my watch.
On all our watch. Wait, we aren't just gonna let that happen, right?
We have the Skull's God-Killer.
Which may offer some hope against Lilith, but unfortunately, there are other factors at play.
Some not-so-jolly green factors.
I doubt the Hulk will ever let us get within striking distance of my mother again.
Or Cathan's temple.
Hey, I could try fastballing every Stark satellite in the sky at him. Worked once before. Sorta.
Why look to the heavens?
Showtime.
When the answer is right in front of you.
Nice entrance.
Indeed.
Hey, it's the Ghost Lady.
Agatha.
Are you? Is this? What the hell is going on here right now?
Shh, she's about to get to the good part. The most powerful creature on Earth isn't on Mount Wondergore. She's the witch of Wondergore. And it's time she went home.
back home again. I thought this was supposed to feel warm and fuzzy.
Unfortunately, your old home has got some intruders. Stay strong. I know how hard this will be for you.
For me. Same goes for you, Hunter.
You may find the Hulk is not like you.
I know how to handle it. Don't you worry.
Wundagore, here we come.
There's Hulk and Hydra and your mother. It'll be an interesting reunion. Is Porto?
Once we take the Hulk out of the equation, there's nothing to stop us from knocking Chthon's temple down to its foundation.
I can think of a few hundred demonic entities and Hydra soldiers who may disagree.
Just give Wanda whatever support she needs. We have to stop the Hulk.
All that time you spent practicing, hour after hour, trying to control your powers. Well, dear, I think you're finally ready to screw it all and let go!
The only way to stop this is to get Lilith out of that out of Dr. Banner's head.
That's not going to be easy.
I have done it before. I can do it.
Mother is here to stay, and I couldn't be more.
Their intentions haven't changed.
Too weak for this fight.
I won't be dispatched that easily.
No more wasted time.
May take some time to get out of.
Doesn't have to be this way, Banner. Don't listen to her voice. You have to fight it.
Why wouldn't I listen to Mother? Look at what she's done for me!
Lilith will extract a price for everything she has given you. She does nothing out of charity.
You still don't see it, Hunter. But you will. Very soon.
Scarlet Witch.
Now that was something.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith.
Lilith herself makes you think you will fare any better.
You have earned this.
It was a good try, at least.
She has chosen me to finish this. Yes, Mother.
What is happening?
Join the fray, my children. None can escape.
Caught my attention. persist.
This isn't looking good.
Follow my movements.
You've been practicing, haven't you?
You failed, Mother.
Your mother abandons you.
By the will of the old God.
Together, we are unstoppable.
Perhaps we should team up more often.
Mother has perfected.
It seems I'm the only one.
Our team is falling apart. They have not lost interest. This is what Dr. Banner has become? Feel my call.
The reports of my demise have been greatly exaggerated.
Forget this! Mother protects me!
Size does not always equal strength. from the night.
A moment. A gift from ancient traditions.
You're in trouble now. I'm glad someone was watching my back.
Why are they all still looking at me?
Banner, you must resist my mother's call. She deceives you. Once again, Lilith's servants fall. Return to your mother. I will make this quick.
You only make me stronger.
The light is on our side. The power of the light.
I hope you thought that through.
Let me show you the way. Their champion has fallen.
Her corruption control you not. Still the prize.
Lilith's corruption has a powerful hold over our friend.
This shall be of great help.
Watch closely. Let's give it a go.
That's an interesting technique.
Impressive.
You will see her soon.
I will not let you down.
failure.
They have not lost focus yet. Hulk, please? No smash? You were unprepared. The advantage is mine. Set on me. Now I see why everyone is always so concerned about Dr. Banner's mental well-being. Pathetic.
I owe you one.
The light will carry you onward.
Thanks for the assist.
I am impressed. I will bring you into the light.
Is he? Any moment!
Ignite. What is it you said, Agatha? Screw it! Ego sum tenebris, et veniunt internum sum iubit dominus! Ego sum tenebris, domum domini precepta!
This is why Sarah has such high blood pressure.
Sure you're okay?
I will be.
So will he.
fair.
It has been a long day, so if you are going to reprimand me for acting recklessly, do it quickly.
On the contrary, I've come here to congratulate you. We needed that win. We needed it desperately, and you delivered it to us. I want you to know, no matter what happens, you should feel proud of yourself for what you did today. You put my sister in her place and saved an Avenger while you were at it. You deserve all the kudos you can get.
I am just relieved that we were able to uncorrupt Banner and bring him back safely to the Abbey.
It's a wonder he's even alive after an ordeal like that. It must have been quite an encounter you had with Lilith. I can see it in your collar. It seems to be on its last legs.
I do not want you to worry about me.
Well, that's not happening.
Have faith. It will hold.
This isn't the time for faith. It's about to crack in too, and there's nothing I can do about it. The collar you wear around your neck is irreplaceable. This is it. There are no replacements. It took all my ancestral powers to create it for you. Every last drop. There is nothing left. So in case you were ever wondering why I'm not Super Sarah, now you know. I gave up all my powers to protect you.
Sarah, I did not know. Your sacrifice. I do not have words to express how much it means to me. You are indeed Super Sarah.
You can repay me by doing everything in your power to prevent it from breaking completely.
You have my word. Even if I have to use chewing gum and a paper clip, this collar will hold.
Not sure if that's making me feel any better, but I appreciate the sentiment. I should consult with Agatha in the library, see if there's anything else we should prepare for as the prophecy approaches. I suggest you check in on Banner. I believe he's in the forge. I have no doubt he'd want to meet the warrior who saved him. Oh, and Hunter, good job today.
All right. I'd like to make a toast. To Wanda, who not only put Lilith back in her place, but brought back our friend Dr. Banner.
More like mopped the floor with him.
I know I speak for the rest of the Avengers when I say, thank you. We couldn't save the world without you.
To Wanda!
To Wanda!
To Wanda.
And the next generation of heroes who've so graciously hosted us, the Midnight Suns. There's hope for the future as long as people like you are fighting for it.
Aw, Steve.
Here, here, to the Suns!
To the Suns.
The Suns.
Congrats, kid. You beat the freaking Hulk. He nearly tore me in two, but you bested him. I'm proud of you.
It just now struck me how relieved I am that Bruce is back here with us. I guess I didn't realize how some part of me must have given him up for lost.
Are you going to be okay?
Me? I'm feeling better than I have in days. Listen, we've all faced our share of defeats and setbacks lately. And trust me, I know we've got a long way to go before we can call it a night. But right now, I want to let you know how proud I am to be serving alongside you and watching your leadership.
That feeling goes both ways, Cap. Your moral character is unparalleled, which is essential in times like this.
Ah, hey. You're gonna make me blush redder than the stripes on my uniform.
It appears that when you feel your feelings, they run quite deep.
I could go on, but I probably shouldn't. There's still so much to do.
And not enough hands to do it.
At least we gained a couple more. Hands, that is. 4 more if you count Bruce and the Hulk as separate people.
Hey, Hunter. Are you looking for...
Come on, let's toast.
Did you not just have one?
Yeah, but not with you.
What should we toast to then?
I don't know. There's so much to be happy about right now. You pick.
How about a toast to the safe return of Banner back to the Avengers' fold?
Right. Let's drink to the guy who treated me like his magical lab rat for weeks.
No, Wanda. I want to drink to you saving him. You not only vanquished the Hulk, but you broke the spell my mother had over him.
I did really kick his ass, didn't I?
And I am sure he is grateful to you for it, just as Stark and Strange and the rest of his friends are.
Fine. Let's drink to the Hulk being back with his Avenger pals. May he never go bad Banner again.
So, how did it feel to face Lilith again? Was it as easy as you made it look?
I won't lie, I didn't think I could do it.
But you did.
Yeah, feels kind of surreal. You know who I wish was here right now to celebrate?
Who?
My dad and brother. I wonder what they would say if they saw me now. Saw who I grew up to be.
If I were to guess, they would not care about your power or accomplishments. They would be more interested in your happiness.
Then they would be in for a major disappointment, because I'm not a happy person. Not by a long shot.
You seem in good spirits right now.
I am, for the moment. But let's be honest. I am far, far from the perky, well-adjusted sitcom housewife with the 2.5 kids in the house with the white picket fence we idolized growing up in Transia.
Those women were happy trapped behind a white picket fence? That sounds like some sort of medieval female enslavement.
Okay, I concede. In reality, no one is that happy. But on the screen, they represented everything happiness was supposed to be, and everything I'm not. Sometimes I feel like I've been cast as too many different characters in my life, and don't really know who I am, or who I'm supposed to be. Am I Wanda Maximoff, sweet-natured orphan from Transia? Or the scary Scarlet Witch? Because hell if I know.
If it matters to you, I think the most important role in life you can play is yourself. In your case, just Wanda.
I need to figure out who this Wanda is first, before I can play her properly.
You will have time for that. I mean, you will have time if Chthon does not consume it first.
Ew, he's planning on eating time too? I heard he was the elder god with the eating disorder, but I thought he had some taste.
He wants to devour everything and redecorate the universe with his image. I am fairly certain that is the very opposite of having taste.
Then we've definitely got to stop him. It's been great knocking back a few, but I should probably finish this drink and find some way to recharge. Fighting your mom really zapped my energy. Besides, I think Nico wants to chat.
Get some rest tonight. You have accomplished much today.
You too, Hunter. I'm going to replay this day in my head over...
Oh my god, Nico, what are you doing?
Having celebratory drinks with coworkers.
Where is Nico and what have you done with her?
She was too emo and gothy, so I traded her in for a happier, peppier model. Like one of those anarchist cheerleaders.
A cheerleader? Things are worse than I thought.
Oh, calm down. I'm not cheering for a high school football team. I'm cheering for you and Wanda. You two knocked Lilith on her ass and managed to jailbreak Banner's brain and bring him back. You both freaking killed it today. Told you everything would get better once Wanda was back.
I just hope the encounter did not take too much out of her. It takes a lot of power to best my mother.
I wouldn't worry too much about Wanda. I mean, next to Carol, she's probably the most powerful person here. And if you didn't know that already, it should be Crystal after today.
I still never thought I would live to see the day.
It's just... we're actually starting to feel like a real family. Maybe a somewhat dysfunctional family with a ton of issues to work through, but still a family.
You know, you are like the younger sister I always wanted.
Haha, I hope you mean annoying little sister, because you're never gonna get rid of me. You're stuck with me for life. And if you borrow any of my clothes without my permission, ooh, I will murder you.
Here is to not murdering each other then.
Ha, here's to being cycle breakers. Okay, I've given you enough of my attention and praise. Time for me to give it to my girl Wanda. She did good today.
Yes, she did. Good talking to you, Nico.
You too, Hunter. Pat yourself on the back. You deserve it.
I've been making excuses to people for years, trying to reconcile the great things I've done with the terrible things the other guy has done. But this time I have no excuses. I was the worst monster, not him.
Well, 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 look who's poking around Santa's workshop. Don't mind us. We just wanted to make sure you were getting cozy at your new haunted home away from home.
I guess this is where the yelling starts.
Nobody wants to play the blame game.
Correct. We are here to welcome you back, Bruce, not to yell at you.
Yeah, and to figure out what we need to do if we're going to face Lilith.
Hopefully Bruce has some first-hand knowledge that could help us.
Wanda,
There's no need for apologies. You're back now. You're home.
That's right, feel the feels later. Right now, it looks like Bruce could use a little help.
All I have are ideas right now. Lots of ideas. And no clue how to get started.
Uh-oh. Doc, know what this means?
Could this really be?
Oh, you know it. Time to pull an old-fashioned Avengers all-nighter.
I haven't had one of those since we had to brainstorm ways to smash Ultron sentries a few years back.
I remember that. Good times.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get to work. Check back with us in the morning, Hunter. We will have something to share then.
I have so many ideas. We just need time and focus.
I take it you've talked to Banner.
I have.
How do you think he's readjusting?
I did not know Bruce that well before he fell, but he seems to be reacclimating in his way.
Yes, but is he all right?
In time, I am sure he will be.
I still can't believe you and Wanda managed to bring him back. As I said before, this is a major win for us. We have the Hulk back on our side. It seems the tables have finally turned on Lilith.
Good to see you so optimistic for a change.
Cautiously optimistic. Well, I should probably get back to Agatha. She's been reminding me that it's okay to enjoy the wins when they happen. I suggest you do the same.
Sacrifice is what they had in mind. It seems my offering was accepted.
Next time, how about we do this on the actual moon?
We could, but you might need to hold your breath.
You could hold it for me.
Hi, Hunter.
We were privately discussing strategy. Emphasis on the privately.
They have a bet going as to whether or not you were... What is the phrase Nico taught me? Ah, yes. Moonwatch and chill.
Ghost Rider or not, Robbie is a dead man. Again.
I'm gonna wrap Peter in a cocoon and roll him down a few off-world mountains.
Everyone's getting a stake with their name on it.
Hunter, I'm saying this as a friend. Get lost.
Hunter, if you don't get out of here now, I'm gonna stake you.
Leaving.
Go away.
I like you, Hunter. Don't make me add you to my...
Hunter, if Lilith somehow hijacks my soul, make sure...
Thank you, Hunter.
Bruce wants to clean his conscience. He better have something big up his sleeve.